was out here. I think. Is it? I think it was. I think it was. So. All right. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hey, Donna. How you doing, love? How's it going? I am going to paint a new mug. Start painting a new mug. Hey, Janice. And we're going to use the Happy Dotting Company tool set because I want to play with the Ellipse Tools. So the Ellipse Tools are like little ovals. And when I was practicing with them, they made some pretty cool swoops. So I thought it could be fun to play with a new mug. And now we just have to pick colors. And I've had some requests for peacock colors. So I think that is what we're going to do. I think we're going to do these 4 colors and some gold. Of course, we have to add in gold, right? Have to add in gold. So we'll add in gold. Maybe we'll add a super sparkly gold so it's not quite so into it there. Hi, Kim. I got it right. Signing off work. I'm so organized. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. I feel like I'm in the middle of chaos today. So I love that it is showing as organization. I can tell you that, we all have these survival skills of what we do when the world feels chaotic and what do we do to try and soothe ourselves. Well, cleaning and getting organized is one of those things for me, apparently. And I can't find, but I cleaned too well. I don't know where my stuff is. I gotta find a tissue. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, Jenny. You okay? All right, fair warning. I'm gonna be blowing my nose here. Sorry in advance. I know what we're gonna do. I know exactly what we're gonna do. All right. Oh, we are going to do peacock. Okay, yeah, and then, I know what the next thing is that I'm going to do after the peacock design. But we'll do some really pretty stuff here. Hi, Sue. Hi, Patty. How you doing? Hi, Michelle. Thank you, Donna. So I did start Christmas ornaments as well, and I thought I'd show you those because I used again the Happy Dotting Company tools, and I am impressing myself with being able to create rows of dots all consistently the same size. And I feel like I'm not having to clean my tools as often. I don't know what it is, but I'm so glad to hear that, Patty. That's so wonderful. But I've been really, really happy with how these have worked. So a while back, I got 6 boxes of heart ornaments. There's me. Hi. And so there was red ones, and then there was pink ones, like in that box over there. So I got out all of the red ones, and I'm starting to make Christmas ornaments. And they are all going to have paw prints in them. So this one, and they're all going to end up as patterns, too. So this one is going to have a gold paw print in the middle. And then I'm going to do a couple top dots on these big dots. And then this one is done. It needs some top. I'm going to do some top swoops here in the middle. And then I'm going to do some top dots out there. And then there is going to be a dark teal paw print in the middle of this one. So I'm in the process finally of getting ornaments ready to go. I'm starting with paw print heart ornaments. I got a line up over there in my egg crate to hold on to them. Oh, thank you, Patty. I think I've realized that I've done so little paw print stuff, and I really, really need to get back to it. Doing those few keychains were just so friggin' delightful that this is where I'm gonna go. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm really, really happy with how they turned out, and I think with a couple top dots on there, and once the paw prints get in there, they're just going to be, mwah, chef's kiss. So these are waiting for top dots. I'll work on these soon. But yeah, these rows of dots in here of the gold and then the alternating in here, I didn't feel like I had to clean off my tool as much as I have in the past. And I don't understand it. I don't know why. Same with this inner row here. They just all worked out in a wonderful sizing. So we're going to practice that and test that theory on a mug. Audrey, you okay? Audrey has some muscle pain in her back end today. So she is a little tense and a little cranky. But she's still moving. And she's eating and she's drinking and she's grooming and she's moving around. But I'm keeping an eye on her, and we're creating a backup plan that if tomorrow, if she's still in pain, we'll get her to the vet. But I'm gonna treat it as if it's like any of us getting a sore muscle because she was perfectly fine, then she laid down for a nap, and then she was in pain. So that immediately tells me is that she slept wrong, something like that. Doesn't mean we won't get it checked out, but I'm gonna give it the night to see how she does. Usually in the night is when she's most active, so we'll see how that's different and see how she's moving and how she reacts to me and being held tomorrow. So I am a little distracted. I do apologize. I will probably be turning around a lot and checking on her. So bear with me with that, okay? Now let's see. Oh, thank you, Doris. Hey, David. Hi, Silver. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Kim. So I think we will do a wraparound design on this one. So we're going to have this design go all the way around the mug and climb up like we started with this one. And we're going to do some pretty metallic peacock colors with a little bit of gold. Audrey, you okay? Oh, I hate it. Okay, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. All right. I do need to find another tissue. There, where? Couldn't remember where I put them. How are you guys doing? Tell me about your day. While I stir the paints and get them ready to go. So we got a nice bright green that I think I'm actually gonna, I actually need to make a new one. Let's take this one and see if we can add some lime to it. This might work. Oh, did you? How did you like it, Doris? That's fun. Anybody who is on here, if you haven't seen my post from today yet, if you bought the Delight pattern, I am so sorry that I completely published and sent out a version that wasn't properly updated. I figured it out around midnight last night, so a lot of you might have gotten emails from me today. With an updated pattern. I'm actually going to change the green. Hold on. I'm going to go with a completely different green. I think that green. Libby, for when I'm painting on mugs, I use multi-surface acrylic paints. I've also been playing a little bit with the enamel paints. And I've done very little playing with it, but I have some more that I'm going to keep playing with, but mostly multi-surface acrylic paints. Yeah, I'm going to use this green instead. Oh, good, Doris. Long meeting today to get ready for work next week. Then went to physio. Physio feel good, or are you exhausted now? Got to play with a whole bunch of donkeys, Sue. Oh, that's lovely. I am going to use my new tools, David. I want to play with the Ellipse Tools so bad. So we're going to do some peacock kind of stuff. And we're going to play around a little bit and see how they work on mugs. Hi, Kat. How you doing? I'm a nervous wreck, and your voice always calms me. Oh, wow. That's a big one, Donna. I'm glad that being here is calming for you. That's wonderful to hear. What is making you most nervous? Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Delicious. All right, so we've got our green. You're welcome, Libby. The sanctuary was a victim of a fire. Oh, that's devastating, Sue. That was wonderful that you went and were able to show them some love. I am enjoying the cool breeze today, Kat. It's so nice. It was so nice to sit outside, and it was even nicer to be able to open the windows. Having the windows open today is absolutely delightful. How about you? What are you up to today? Oh, good, Kim. I'm glad. I like the heat, but it's been too hot. These last little bit, it's too hot. I like to be able to at least have it cool enough in the evening that I could open my window and get a breeze, and having to keep the windows closed for the last couple days, not great. Hi, Miss Ritzy. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Watching the Jays and on the hook. Wonderful. What are you working on today? That's a lot. That's a lot to have to keep track of. Yep, exactly. As long as you've got that thing that you really enjoy and you can do that, it's going to be totally okay. You're going to be totally fine. You are going to figure out so many ways to thrive. You are going to be just fine. Some travelers set fire to a sofa's. Oh, that's awful. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Sue. That sucks. Need to add more of this paint, too. Where is it, though? There it is. Oh, we're actually going to get a little bit of sun for the end of the day here. Oh, nice. I'll keep my eyes peeled. I'll watch for it. That's fun. All right, so we got some more gold. Mix that in with the old gold. This is DecoArt Multi-Surface Acrylics. The gold is. All the others are Craft Smart. And the gold is the color Champagne. Haven't opened my windows in months. Only 99. Oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah, see, that's too much. Like, even if it was that during the day and you knew you had some reprieve in the evening, right? Like, at least that would be something. I feel like I should add some bright green to this. What do you think? Why not? Let's try it. What the hell? Hi, Heather. I am mixing some paints to get ready to start to paint a new mug. I'm going to use my new dotting tools from Happy Dotting Company, and they have a really cool ellipse tool that's going to make cool oval shapes, and when I tested them out, it made really cool looking swoops too. So we're going to play with those tools on a new mug today. So I just had to mix some new paints. Oh, I got all kinds of paint boogers here on the side. I should probably clean that. Probably should have done that before I started stirring and adding in new paint, but oh well. What are you gonna do? There it is. Perfect. Get out of there. Picking out the paint boogers, always the fun part. And the sun's starting to come in, so it's actually making these paints look like they're just lighting on fire. Just want to make sure they're good and mixed. I just added a little bit of the lime green in there, and it just brightened that up just a tiny bit. And I think that's going to be really cool for... Now, we also have this purple, and here is what I am proposing to do. I am not proposing to do, this is what I am going to do. I am going to take some of that purple out of the container, and we are going to add in some dark plum just to change the shade of this purple just a little tiny bit. And so sorry, I can't see the comments right now. I'm coming back. Yeah, these are the same paint pots as in Paint by Numbers. Yeah, that color turned out nice. That brightened up really nicely. Sorry, I'm going to blow my nose again. Plug your ears. So sorry. And now I'm going to add in Violet Pansy. Or actually, no. We're going to add in Eggplant to this purple. And just a little bit. Just that much. And it's going to darken this and give us a nice dark purple metallic, because there's more metallic than satin in here, so it will, and I might even have room to add a little bit more. We'll see how this mixes up. It just warms that up a little bit. I love watching the stripes of color mix in together. I hope someday I've got a good enough camera that I can catch that a little bit better on film, because it looks really cool when you get these different stripes of color mixing in as you're stirring. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more. Like so. And we'll keep mixing. Let me scroll up on the comments and see what I've missed. Just got done adding top dots to a piece and prepped a canvas. Nice. I think it is allergies, Patty. Yeah. I also, well, yeah, I think it's mostly allergies. The cough is from all the dust we breathe in because of the old carpets, but the sneezing is definitely allergies. I've been sticking my face right in Audrey's business, like right in her face for hours, because I'm hovering over her so bad, right? So, and I've always had an allergy to cats, so I think I'm a little allergic to poor Miss Audrey. All right, there we go. So see how it's a little bit of a darker color? I think that's really pretty. All right, so here are, I just stuck my hand in paint. Here are our colors. So we've got purple, gold, teal, green, and blue. Those will look nice, eh? All right, so what are we going to start with? I think we're going to start with what are we going to start with? I think we're going to start with green. Let's start with green. Problem, not a problem, is my customer ordered white. Oh, no kidding. That would make you super paranoid to spill anything, eh? All right, so let me get these paints out of the way. And then we will start with green. I will grab our mug stand and we will get to painting. Okay, so what size dot do I want to start with? I think I want to start with I'm still getting used to the tools, so I have to line them up. There. So I'm going to line them up by size so that I know what I'm looking at here. So I go from my smallest to my largest, because I'm not used to them yet. 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 6.5. So up till, there's only 3 tools that are large enough that this triangular shape does not keep them from rolling. They will still roll. But for the most part, these stay put fairly well. There's just these 3 of the 3 largest where they roll freely with the triangle. So just keep that in mind, that if the ends are larger than the middle of the tool shape, they are gonna roll. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So I keep them off to the side a little bit more. So these are the new set of tools from Happy Dotting Company. So they come with all these different sizes, nice big numbers, really easy to clean. And then they also have 2 stylus tools, where you have S2 means a 2mm stylus. S4 means a 4mm stylus. So it comes with those 2. But then it also comes with, which is E4, which is Ellipse 4, makes oval shapes. And then Ellipse 7, which is a 7mm, which makes the larger ovals. So we're going to play with a lot of these today. a lot. They're cool, eh, Holly? Good for you, Kat. I'm proud of you. I don't know that I'd be able to. All right, so let's start then with... See, my eye would go, if I was using my DIY Mandela stones, I would probably use a size 8 tool. A size 8 tool is not 8mm, so I'm trying to kind of get used to what those size differences kind of are. We're going to go with... we're going to go with a 6.0 to start. Neat, eh? Stop making me want to buy stuff. I know, it's like you're welcome and I'm sorry all at the same time. Oh, there we go. All right, so when I'm doing the base, it's really nice because you don't have to draw any guidelines or anything, right? But I start at the base, and then what I want to do is I want to dot away from me. The reason for that is, I'll show you here. So I'm going to dot right on the handle here. I try to start right on the middle under the handle. And so now, if I was to dot down here, I'd have to hold my hand kind of down here to see my spacing, and eventually I'd have to lose it because I'd still have to turn the tool up, and it would be blocked by my knuckles, right? Whereas if I dot up here, I can see the whole way until the tool touches the surface. I can see the distance between that second dot and the first dot. So this has really been... I didn't used to do this, and it's been a change that has made it much easier for me to deal with all my spacing. Martha. Yay, you have supplies on the way. That's exciting. Oh, I'm excited for you to start. It's so fun. It's so healing. So for any people who have been dotting for a while, if you would be so kind, if you wouldn't mind to, share a tip in the comments that you would offer up for a newbie for when they start. And I'll talk about some of mine as well. So if there's anybody who is looking to learn, keep an eye on the comments and we'll talk a little bit about what are the different things to kind of keep in mind when you're starting. The first thing I would say is there are no rules. Just because somebody does it a certain way doesn't mean you have to do it that same way, right? What kind of paints are you using? I am using multi-surface acrylic paints. The green that I'm using right now is Craft Smart. And my tools are from Happy Dotting Company. There's actually a link in my bio if you want to check it out, and a code for 15% off. These tools just launched on Saturday. So these are new. Yes, patience and practice. Patience and practice. Everything is an experiment. Not everything is going to work out. 90% of what you might call mistakes can be modified, erased, and redone. Or sometimes you just move past it. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're not reaching for perfection. You're reaching for satisfaction, and satisfaction in the process. Focus on what's fun. You don't have to progress through this in any particular order or at any particular speed. Do what is fun. If you find one design and that's all you want to paint and just change up the colors, do that. There's no rules. Oh, you're welcome, Danielle. Dot every day and make test dots with all of your tools. Yes, play with them. Yes, don't be afraid to mess up. Exactly. Yes, thank you. And keep sharing that advice in the comments for anybody new. And if you are new and jumping in, we'll try and help you set up. Read your paint bottles. Get to know the surfaces of what you are painting on. Make sure that the paints that you're using are the proper ones for the surface that you're painting on. For most things, wood, canvas, stone, whether they're natural or manufactured, you can use regular acrylic paints. And then on things like ceramic and glass, you want to make sure that you read the instructions on the bottle to show that they are paints that are suitable for ceramics and glass. You want to make sure that when you go to all of this hard work to paint these beautiful designs that they're going to stay put, right? And that one's going to overlap, and we're not going to worry about it. No striving for perfection. I'm totally okay with the fact that those two dots run together. Not a problem. It's okay. Oh, thank you, Jeffy. Jeffy the chipmunk. The tool that I'm using right now is a size 6.0 in the Happy Dotting Company set of tools. They were just released on Saturday, so they are brand spanking new. So now we are gonna go with I'm gonna go to the blue. And we are gonna go with a size, let's go with a size 6. Let's go with a size 4. Giggle. Yes, giggle a lot and tune into Jamie's live. So many wonderful people. Yes, this community is absolutely incredible. You guys are unreal. Absolutely amazing. So loving and encouraging. All right. So now that my base layer is done, I don't need to go in the other direction anymore because I'm now lining up my dots with the previous row instead of with how far they are from each other. I should probably be writing this down, eh? In case we come up with a really cool pattern. All right. me get my pattern book out. You okay, Audrey? And I'm just gonna grab my pen. I'm just gonna write this out. Bear with me 1 second. Here, I'll show you how I write my patterns. Row, number, tool, color, notes. And this one is so row 1 was tool 6.0 and it was green, and row 2 was 4.0 blue, and then I'll keep going from there. All right, let's keep painting. Catherine, hi, how are you? Do I put something on the cup once you are finished? No. So the multi-surface acrylic paints will cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe after baking or air curing. So on multi-surface paints instruction bottles as well, you'll find curing instructions. All multi-surface paints are not created equal, and that is even within the same brand. Okay? So you could get 2 different Craftsmart multi-surface paints and they might not have the same curing instructions depending on the age of the paint. You know, you might have had some for a year and then you go buy new stuff and they've changed the formula. All kinds of things can happen, but they will be top shelf dishwasher safe after curing. How have you been, Catherine? Are you doing all right? I've learned it's not a race to perfection. Yes. Journey to improvement. Yes. Always learning, right? We're never going to stop learning. It's constant. And on a side note, look at this freaking sunset. Doesn't it look like this looks like the cloud host that's following the orcs from Mordor or something? Isn't that pretty though? Oh, and look over here. Look at those clouds. Isn't that cool? Oops. It's not gonna zoom in properly. Hang on. Let me get it to refocus here. Let me get it to refocus. Sometimes when there's too much light, it can kind of screw things up. Hold on. Let's at least turn these couple off here. Look at that. That's super cool. So much color. All right. What's new, Catherine? What you been up to? How's work going? How's life? Are you doing well? I'm pretty lucky to sit here and watch this, eh? Hey, Janice? Right, Kim? It's so pretty, eh? I'm so glad you're doing well, Catherine. So glad. Isn't it pretty, Michelle? So when I think peacock, I think of doing some dotted petals, but I also think of doing some kind of funky, swirly, crazy swoops. So that's kind of what's going through my head right now, and I'm hoping that these new dotting tools will help us do something a little bit different. We're going to put, I think, maybe one more row. Oh, I know what we're going to do. I think. Yeah, I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to jump in with the gold. Nope. We're going to jump in with the purple. Totally lied. There we go. 2 done. It's so good to see you, Catherine. We missed ya. So we're going to go in now. Am I going in with the purple? Yes. Okay. Purple. we are going to do... Hey, Jessica. How you doing, love? It's good to see ya. Oh, she looks uncomfortable. All right. Yeah, we'll do purple now. No problem, Tuta. Tattooed Tuta. You just have no idea yet. Oh, I can't wait to find out. Can't wait. All right, we are going to do... So we did 6.0. Now this is 4.0. We're going to go to an 8.5. And we are going to do some shaped swoops here. So I'm going to try and get this in camera. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear, Catherine. I'm so excited. It's so fun to hear you excited about that, Catherine. Whatever it is, it's just so nice to hear you so happy and excited. Sorry, I have a tool in my mouth. And now I have bubbles to pop. There we go. All right, there we go. A complete miracle. Ooh, I can't wait to hear. That's so awesome. Yay. It's just so nice to hear you so happy. Okay, and I just realized something, that I'm never going to get these swoops all the same length if I don't draw a guideline on it. So we are going to flip this upside down, and I'm going to build a makeshift stand to support a chalk marker so I can draw a line so all of those swoops will all be the same length. Now, what am I going to use? I need to use something fairly stable. I thought. That's not high enough. I feel like if I had a third one though, that it would be. And I have a third one. Where's my third one? Oh, third sponge, where are you? Nope, nothing there. Let's try something else. Let's try something else. That's too high. Cooper. Okay, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I bought these little wooden cubes to paint, but it's looking like I'm going to just be using them for props. So let's see if I put that there. Nope, that's going to cut through anyway. All right, so then we go where did I put the little basket? I'll be back in a second, you guys. I apologize. I will come back to the comments in a minute. I just had a little container and I don't know where I put it. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Brother. Found it. Oh, sugar. All right. I'm I'm just making a mess all over the place. It's amazing how I actually get anything done ever if I'm always sitting around screwing around with this stuff. Is that better? No, almost. All right, I'm coming back, I promise. Well, by golly, that is pretty darn close to perfect. So you know what? We're just gonna go with it here. I'm going to move you out here, put you here. Couldn't just wrap my head around. Grab the mug from the bottom, dumbass. You don't have to do it. Oh, shit. Oh, for crying out loud. Ah. Let's try this again. So I'm going to wipe this off, and then I'm going to go in with just a paper towel and wipe it off. And then, oh, and get all the paint that was on my cloth that I just grabbed onto my hands and try not to transfer it onto the mug. See, if I had thought about this before I did the first purple swoop, then this would be a non-issue, right? It's because I'm trying to have to fit it in there. So, but this is the other thing. As a beginner, don't try and plan everything from the beginning. There's always going to be stuff that comes up that can throw everything for a loop. Looks good to me. There we go. Beautiful. All right, now I can put all this crap away. So it's not perfect, but at least it's easier for me to now go around that than it is around, like at least I can see how close and far that away that is from the line. Okay, let me, sounds like I was at the dentist for a second, right? Sorry about that. I'm really bad for holding stuff in between my teeth. So around this, I've got a couple different ideas of what we're going to do with some dots and with some swoops. Yeah, I should have got my Lazy Susan out. Love you so much. Don't worry. Anyway, I always... Oh, right back at you, Catherine. Think about you all the time. Hi, Christine. It's good to see ya. Some use the Rubbermaid pots to make their lines. Yeah. Yeah, next time I will. The problem is I don't have a small enough turntable. My turntable is 14 inches wide. So in order to get the mug close enough to the edge, it's not going to turn around a lot. Erin, I am painting a mug. I paint things like this with dot mandala designs. I do things like this. Oops, that's my pop. Christmas ornaments, different cool stuff like that, different keychains. So I'll pretty much paint anything I can get my hands on. But I do a lot of mugs, so we are working on a mug today. That's the hard part with my Lazy Susan is it's big. I don't have a little one. So in order to get the mug on the turntable and put it close enough to the marker, the large turntable, I'd have to keep moving it, unfortunately. One of these days I'll get my hands on a little Lazy Susan. One of these days. All right. If you are new to the page, I'm assuming there's some other new people here as well. Just welcome. Know that you are welcome here. And we're glad that you're here. Really proud of this community that we've built. Everyone here is so very loving and encouraging. So the only thing that we ask in return is that same kindness returned. So we're happy that you're here and looking forward to hanging out with you more. I go live 3 to 4 times a week right now. I try to go live for at least an hour and a half. I'm going to get back eventually to the schedule of 2 hours. And if you are new to the live, all of my links are in my bio for my website, my YouTube channel that has tutorials, all that fun stuff. So if you want to go there, as well as the Facebook group, we do have a Facebook group. It's called Dot Mandala Addicts, and it's a fairly large group again of lots of encouragement and lots of love and enthusiasm. So if you do want to join the Facebook group, just make sure that you agree to the group rules and write that out, because as any of those questions aren't answered, the request to join is automatically denied. So keep that in mind. But lots of great resources here if you're just learning and just starting out. Lots of amazing resources here as well if you have been doing dot painting and dot mandalas for a while and are looking for inspiration, looking for different ideas, different techniques. If you are new to it, and even if you're not, I always recommend check out a bunch of different artists. There are so many incredible artists out there, and everybody does things just a little bit differently. That's why I say there are no rules, right? You can do things the way that somebody else did them, but you can also figure out your own way to do it if you want to, and do it however it works, right? There's no rules with this stuff. But the more artists that you can get to know their techniques and their styles and everything, the more you're going to grow and learn and expand your skill as well, right? So there's no one right way to do any of this stuff. Like, I can't tell you that the way that I do it is going to be the easiest and most enjoyable thing for you. I can just share what I do and some of the different techniques that I have seen in the past. And then it really is up to you to jump in there and play with a bunch of them and see what you enjoy the most. Oh, thank you, Erin. Hi, Christy. How you doing? It's good to see you. I love when you're able to jump on here too. Divergence. I am using multi-surface acrylic paints on the mugs. You can also use enamel or glass paints. I have an affinity for the Craftsmart brand, which is Michael's brand. Deco Art Americana also has a line of multi-surface paints. And they seem to work really well. They have instructions. How you'll know if the paints that you have are suitable for painting on ceramics is check the instructions on the bottle. It will actually tell you which surfaces your paint is suitable for. If it doesn't say that your paint is suitable for glass or ceramics, assume that it is not. You want to see those words right in the description, okay? Hi, Heidi. That's going to be quite a while. I don't even have any of them. I've thought about doing them, but I have so many. I've spent so much money on so many things that I have to paint. It's going to be quite some time before I get to the tumblers. They are on the list to do at some point, but it's not in the foreseeable, the real near future. Does it? Oh no, really? I will definitely put up posts. You'll see me on here painting them, and you'll see content posted for sure when I'm doing them. But I'm guessing that will be close to Christmas, if not after. So is anybody else, Janice and Michelle are having issues with the sound coming and going. Are you guys having the sound cut out as well? Who else is having that issue? In case anybody is wondering, the stand that I have this on, was made by my friend Jennifer. Her Instagram has a link to her Etsy store where she sells these stands. This stand is literally why I'm still able to paint mugs. I was going to have to stop painting mugs for quite some time because my hands were in so much pain. And this makes a big difference. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. That's awful. I'm so sorry. They will come at some point. They definitely will. Do you guys want me to to jump out and start the live over again, or are we good to keep going? Here, you know what? Let me turn on my data as well and see if that helps boost the signal a little bit, because we've got a lot of cloud cover right now, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it or not. Let's try it a little bit longer and we'll see how this goes. If you ever see these little puckers here, this means one of two things. Either not enough paint, well, usually it's a combination actually of two things. Not enough paint and too much pressure. Pressing down on the surface too hard can cause those puckers. Yeah, they can be frustrating. So always go nice and slow. I guess that's the other really big piece of advice for beginners too, is slow down. However slow you think you're going, I promise you're not going as slow as you think as you need to be. When I realized how slow I actually had to do a lot of this stuff, it kind of changed my world. It's possible to do things fairly quickly once you get practice and everything, but if things are not turning out the way you want them to, the very first thing you should try to do is slow down. Are you home, Sharon? Buffering. I guess it's not horrible, but not great. Okay. Get to make up what I'm saying. Oh, must feel so good to be home. Heather, whereabouts are you located? Are you in Canada? Yay, you're home. Hooray! That's such good news. That's such good news. Is Blue happy to be home too? He's probably just happy as long as he's with you, eh? Alright, so this is the last one of these swoops. And then I can go and I'm going to remove that line, and then we can go and start with the next part of the pattern here. I know, we're nice and zoomed in, Ish? How you doing? Shoot me a message, Heather, if you don't mind. Let's chat about that. For sure. Okay, so this is the trick that I did with the line. I used, you don't need fancy setup. That's the other thing for newbies. I used some blocks and some wood keychains, and I got a chalk marker that I put on the surface here, and I literally hold this here and then turn the mug. Turn the mug, don't turn what you're drawing with, and do everything in your power to keep that mug in the exact same spot, and then you get another line there. Sorry, that was not at a good level. Let's do it here. So if I'm holding this really, really flat over here, right? Using hard things. I used to use sponges and then I'd hold it and I'd push it really hard and I'd wonder why my line moved up and down because the line was moving. So hold it nice and secure here and then take your mug, touch up against the marker. Now this is a chalk marker. Don't dot over top of the chalk marker. Oh shoot, I'm still not in camera. Come on, Jamie. Do better. Let's try one more time. Here we go. Nice and firm. Then just rotate the mug. And just keep spinning the mug and holding that chalk marker as close as you can, and it will get a nice line all the way around. And then the chalk marker wipes off quite easily. It does tend to leave a bit of residue, and it's better actually if you wipe it off with something dry. So yeah. So I usually wipe it off with something dry, and then I go in and wipe it off with like a damp cloth. Or I'll even actually spray a paper towel with some isopropyl alcohol. And that's actually what I'll do here because there's quite a lot of chalk dust that's going to be on here. And clean that off. Another tip for beginners, stop as often as you need to let the piece dry so that you are not risking sticking your hand in wet paint and smudging everything. It will happen. It will happen more often than you want it to. Even when you think you've learned your lesson to not do it, you will continue to do it. So be kind to yourself. However, know that it's the more time you give yourself in between like to move around and kind of get around the design without having to be super paranoid about where you're putting your hands. It can give you a lot more freedom and help you relax and enjoy the process a little bit more. So don't be afraid to work on a project over multiple days just so that you can let it dry or let it sit for a couple hours. If you're painting on stone or something like that, there's lots of things there you can do to just let it, sit for a couple hours and get dry enough so that you're not as high of risk of sticking your hand in wet paint. Now, I do find that the chalk pen is a little bit more difficult to remove off of a mug because it does tend to leave quite a bit of residue. But 2 or 3 times over with a paper towel and it's usually fine. And the isopropyl alcohol helps as well. Here we go. All right. Now I can put that away. Now I can put this back on this mug stand and we can get back to painting. All right, let me scroll back. I know I'm slow on the comments here. Bear with me. Dots and stripes, right? You can do all of it. I'd like to try that actually to do, I've got, there's that alternating border. Imagine doing that all the way around a mug. One of these alternating borders. I'm really zoomed in. Sorry, guys. One of these alternating borders, the alternating swoops. Doing just rows and rows of that on a mug. I think that could be really cool. We'll have to try that one. That'll be fun, I think. Hey, Jan. Recovering from a complete meltdown. Oh, no. Oh, honey, what can we do to help? Sending you lots of love. That's good timing. Awesome. Thanks, Heather. That'd be cool. I'm interested to chat with you about that. That could be fun. A terrible travel companion today. He's in trouble. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so glad to hear you're home, though. The chalk marker I got from, you can actually get from Amazon. So let you take a screenshot, and you can actually get fine tip ones. I got this one at an art supply store, and they actually said that they were discontinued, but I don't know if they're just not going to be carrying them in the store anymore or not. But check on Amazon because you can get fine tip ones as well. Hope that helps, Judy. Let me know what other questions you have. Everybody's here. Hi, Jan. There's no saving me. I was 70% done my assignment that's due tomorrow, and my computer crashed and it's gone. Oh, Ish. Oh, no. You okay, Audrey? Oh, no. Oh, Ish, I'm so sorry. That is totally understand why you had a meltdown. Totally. Totally. Just spit on my mug, too. So don't worry. I disinfect them before I send them to your homes. I'm so sorry, Ish. Oh. What were you writing it in? There's nothing in the backups on that, like even just to a couple hours ago. Like even Microsoft Word keeps a... Oh, God. You know more about that stuff than me. Why am I suggesting that to you? You know more about that stuff than me. So now we're going to go with blue. And I am going to use my nail dotting stylus tools for... Am I? Yes, I am. Okay, sorry, just thinking. Oh, Ish. Blank page with nothing but the title page. That's the weird part. That's really weird. Yeah, totally understandable, the meltdown, for sure. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I knew any other thing to check to try and give you some hope. But I don't know enough to be able to help. I'm so sorry. So the one that I'm using is a fairly small. This is a 1mm dotting tool. I'm going to use that for the first row of walking dots. And then I'll be able to start using the stylus tools that are in the kit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you just hit undo a couple times-ish in that blank document? I wonder if it'll bring something back. That's a good point, Patty. The farther out from your centers that these peak dots are, the pointier your petals are going to be. I want to thank you guys again for helping me reach my goal to save up the money to be able to get into that store in Bowmanville. I have applied, and they are going to let me know when they have space for me. But thank you for all of that help there. And if we can send all of that same kind of good vibes and lots of love Ish's way for some miracle to happen, that she finds something somewhere magically hidden that pops up and saves her day. I would sit right down and make some bullet points. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, make a bunch of bullet points now. The nice part about this mug holder is that it actually, you can tilt it up a bit. I find that helps a lot when I'm doing walking dots like this. Woo! No way, Monroe. That's crazy. What a small world, eh? I used to live in Bowmanville. God, we might know the same person. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Ish, are you writing down some notes to try and get it out, or have you gotten past the meltdown part enough to be able to do that yet? Because that takes time, too. Yeah, check the recycle bin, too. That's all you can do. Yeah, it's crazy what a small world it is, eh? Really, really good points. Us being creative. We got you, Ish. We got you. Used to go to Bowmanville. No way. Oh, the Bowmanville Zoo? Are you kidding? I used to work at the Bowmanville Zoo. Did I ever tell you guys that I used to be a zookeeper? I don't know if I've ever talked about that or not. Bowmanville Zoo used to be great. and then all hell broke loose. And then not so much. They had lots of issues with some animal cruelty there. You're a writer. Oh, cool. Yeah, that is the zoo that had the elephant. They had a bunch of them. Yeah, I was a zookeeper there in high school. I did my co-op there and then worked there in the summers. Took a year off of school after high school before university and worked there for a year. And then when I was in St. John, New Brunswick, where I ended up going to university, when I graduated there, I was a zookeeper there for a year as well. I used to be the one at Bowmanville that would come out with the snake wrapped around me and have a talk, or like go in with the monkeys and feed them fruit and answer people's questions and stuff. It was pretty amazing. You're gonna do great-ish. You got this. You got this. Do you have a busy day tomorrow other than getting this done for it? Like, can you play hooky tomorrow after you hand this in and give yourself a little bit of a mental break? I'll have to try and find some of the pictures. It was really fun. It was really amazing. And that was back when I was a teenager and I didn't understand all of the stuff about the zoo industry and the aquarium industry and all of that, right? I love animals and I want to spend all my time with animals and that's what I want to do with my life, right? I'm working 9 to 5. Okay. Well, maybe you can zone out a little bit. 12-page paper due this Sunday worth. Holy shit-ish. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry, love. But after that, yay! No, I'm not using the glass paint. I'm using multi-surface acrylics. I'm using some Craftsmart multi-surface acrylics. I still haven't figured out what kind of pattern and design I want to do with the glass paint. So they're still sitting on my shelf untouched. But it'll be coming. It'll be coming soon. For sure. So once these paints are cured, they are top shelf dishwasher safe, and there's 2 different ways you can cure them. You can air dry them for like 30 days, or you can bake them. The baking for multi-surface paints and enamel paints, not all brands are created equal, and not all paints within the brand are created equal. So you always want to check the bottles of your paints to make sure that you're following their baking instructions. Alright, so now I'm going to use gold. And I'm going to go to the larger stylus tool that is I'm going to use the S2 from the Happy Dotting Company ones. So I'm going to be doing a row of gold, then I'm going to do a row of teal, and then I'm going to do a row of the green. And then we are going to figure out some fun swoops, because that should quite nicely fill up the first row. But yeah, I don't feel like I've got a huge size difference, even when I don't clean off my tools super fast. That's okay, and I knew what you meant. I knew you meant make them waterproof. Ooh, your pearl yellow arrived. Nice. Did you have a whole bunch of boxes waiting for you when you got home, Sharon, of fun stuff? Oh, I gotta show you guys this now. Isn't that pretty? And then over here, we've got the denim blues, too. Isn't that neat? Aw, thank you so much. The puzzles are fun, eh? I'm absolutely giddy over them. I'm dying to sit and create some some more designs to put on them. I'm definitely just itching to get in there and create some more of them. It's going to be fun. It's a really fun process. One thing that I've learned really quickly, though, is you need to have a certain size of an image in order to be able to fit it on larger things, right? So a lot of the images that I have aren't the right size. So what I'm going to have to do is I have to learn how to change a JPEG to a vector, and then I should be able, a JPEG image to a vector image, and then I should be able to enlarge it. And then there are 500 and 1,000 piece puzzles available as well. So I'm excited to figure out how to do that so that I can, like, I'm one of those people that I love buying the 1,000 piece puzzles. They can be so much fun. See, they make really nice walking dots. I don't feel that the paint travels as far as it does on the stylus tool, but I don't know that I need it to, really. Okay, I'm scrolling back because I know I'm behind on comments. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Ms. Ritzy. Some boxes, including 2 mugs from Art of Points. Oh, nice. God, her mugs are so beautiful. That's so cool. One day I will have one of her mugs in my collection, for sure. I think that's a really good idea, Ish. Give yourself time to rest and regroup a little bit. Yeah, totally. Take care of yourself, Ish, please. And know that we're cheering you on, and we have no doubt that you are going to be just fine. You are going to make it through all of this with flying colors. And we've got your back. We're cheering you on the whole way. All right, I'm going to just turn this up again. And I'm going to zoom out. Oh, no, I'm going to zoom out this way. Put the mug back on, and we'll do the gold. Yeah, keep us posted, Ish. Lots of love. I shouldn't say that they don't travel as well. I think that they travel with less paint, so they actually probably produce a much better line of walking dots with the gradual size change, because it's not supposed to travel super far, but look at how nice and tiny that gets. They work really nice. I'm really enjoying these tools. There's a link in my bio that'll take you directly to the Happy Dotting Company Etsy store with a coupon for 15% off if you want to order your own set. These are fun. That's the one thing I notice about the deco art multi-surface sometimes is every once in a while you get a dot that just balloons right out for no apparent reason. We have good news from the doctor front today. We went to went to the family doctor, and Mom had her follow-up appointment after being in the hospital. And she's been in a lot of pain lately and thought it was her arthritis acting up, which it is. However, it is gout. So no wonder she was in pain. And we finally got her some meds to help her get rid of some of that pain. So we are feeling very, very encouraged by the fact that there was actually something to do about one of her issues. It's lovely. Hey Barb, how you doing? There's a hair. So it feels like we're moving in a good direction on all fronts. We had the occupational therapist in yesterday. They're going to help us get a bunch of modifications and assistance for Mom. So we are in a good position. Now I have a 3mm tool, so this is a 2mm stylus, S2. There's also a 4. I have a 3mm of my own, so I'm going to use the 3mm for this next row of dots, and then I'll use the S4 for the final row. So I'm going to do a row of teal now. Isn't it? And that's the thing, right? It feels so awful when it feels like there's nothing you can do to help. But when you actually go and you ask for help and people give you help, it's a huge sense of relief, eh? All right. Next. All right. See if I can get this a better angle here. I'm going to be on for about another 15 minutes, everybody. Oh, actually, this one. So we'll hang out until around 9:30 Eastern tonight. I did post my live schedule. I have no idea what it is. All I know is I don't have a live tomorrow. And I do have, I think it's 8 p.m. Thursday night and Friday night. I think it's TikTok Friday night and Facebook Thursday night Facebook, Friday night TikTok, and Saturday at 1 p.m. on Instagram. Thanks, Barb. Links in bio. This is pretty. This teal is just brightened up just that little bit by adding in that lime green. It's a nice bright teal. I like that a lot. Oops. What else are you guys up to this evening? What are you going to do after we sign off? So we're going to do nice big petals. They're going to end with that green. And then I'm going to try and find a way to do some fancy swoops. So we're not actually going to get to the stylus tools today. So I do apologize. I mean the ellipse tools today. And I apologize for that. Actually, that would be an interesting idea. Yeah, I've got some ideas for that ellipse tool. You're going to have some dinner and unpack nice and just bask in being home. Yeah, the teal looks cool with it, eh? Am I writing the pattern? No. Of course not. That would make sense. So I did 4, so then I did a 9. Thank you, Ms. Ritzy. I appreciate you. Purple shaped. Okay, so I'll show you what I do again. So here's the pattern. So row 4, was blue, and that was my dotting tool 1. That's peak and walking dots. 5 is S2, gold, peak and walking. 6, the reason I write peak and walking is sometimes I will do a different color peak dot than the walking dots, or I will do a different size tool for the peak dot than I use for the walking dot. So that's why I'm writing P and W. And then we're going to go DT2, teal. And then row 7 will be S4, and that will be green. All right, there we go. Thank you for the reminder. I really, really, really appreciate that very, very much. Very good catch indeed. How can I make red darker without making it muddy? Try adding a little bit of dark purple. Just a tiny, 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 tiny bit. Like 1 drop at a time. Give that a shot. How did you start selling your work? I've posted mine, but so far no sales. It just kind of happened, to be brutally honest. I can tell you what happens every single time. When I post something wanting it to sell, it doesn't. When I post something because it's fun and I just want to share it, that's when people tend to want to buy. And it feels counterintuitive to trying to run a business. And I struggle with it all the time. All the time. I also go through very highs and lows from productivity, and that makes it a little bit more difficult as well. Look at the things that are fun for you. Look at the different ways that you can potentially create multiple different income streams. You know, with the puzzles, for example, for me, print-on-demand products, where you can place an order, this company will print and ship the product directly from their factory to you instead of going through me for inventory. That's a huge opportunity for different revenue streams because I can build stores with that stuff on multiple different platforms. So look at different ways that you can sell your art, and what ways look interesting to you that you want to kind of jump into and give a shot, give a try for, and see which one you want to learn. And otherwise, just keep posting and sharing the stories about why you love what you love and why you do what you do. And just be patient, be as patient as you can. It will come. I find that, you know, Murphy's Law is always there. If I really want something to happen, it's not happening. Or law of attraction, right? If I really want something, I'm not actually putting my energy towards what I want. I'm focusing on the lack of what I want. Whereas if I can just say, everything's fine, everything's working out exactly as it's supposed to, sales will come when they're supposed to, and this business is going to grow in new and exciting ways that I can't even begin to predict yet. And that's easier said than done. Way easier said than done. But it's the only thing that's worked for me is when I can settle into that. So I do Facebook, I do TikTok, I've got YouTube now, I've got my website, I've got a Redbubble site. There's so many different things out there. Yeah. Dark purple. Exactly. And yeah, doing lives makes a big difference as well. Doing lives makes a big difference for follower count, for sure. I think there's a lot to be said about content pillars. You know, figure out what are the different kind of subcategories of your art and your business that you could share and talk about. This is something, by the way, I understand that I need to practice what I preach because I'm not doing any of this. But this is the stuff that I want to do, and it's on the list. And I know that when I will do it, that these are crucial missing pieces because I've seen how big they are for people. Work on getting an email list. I saw the other day that sales from an email list have a 400% ROI. They have the highest percent ROI of anything else. And so focus less on how can you attract new collectors of your art to how do you nurture your existing collectors as well. That's another one that I really want to really focus on. And it's not for the purpose of sales, but it's for the purpose of building what it is that I actually want to build. And that's the other thing, is just getting super clear on exactly what it is that you want, right? It's really, really tough. Mindset really plays such a big role. Hi, Carolyn. How you doing, love? Creating a live schedule has worked really well for me because it lets my people know when I'll be around, when we can spend time together. That really makes a big difference too, I think. Now, again, not for sales, but just in building the community. I really do believe that when you build that, then the rest kind of starts to take care of itself, and the community grows very organically as well too, right? When it's a good place to be. Just try and be patient with yourself and try as many different things as you can possibly get your hands on. I am often paralyzed. I have friends that message me all the time. Oh, we saw this and we thought of you. You should do this. I'm like, I'm not running out of ideas. I have so many ideas of different things to create. I'm not running out. I don't need more ideas. I need 50 hours in a day so that I can actually implement all of the ideas. I'm doing good things, Carolyn. Hi, Kath. So it's going to depend on the consistency of your paint. That's going to be a really, really big one. The more fluid your paint is, the farther it's going to travel when you're doing your walking dots. Now, I'll show you another trick of something that I do when I'm making these petals as well. So I used to think that the only way to increase the number of dots you get in a set of walking dots is to continually increase the size of your tool. And if you don't want to do that, like I like keeping my lines fairly small. So this is even still a little bit big, but that's okay. So what I'll often do is, so if I can't get this many dots, these first two dots, so I'll dip and dot for the peak dot, then I dip and dot for that one, dip and dot for that one, dip and dot here, and then walk down. So you can extend that line. So the consistency of your paint is a big one. The thinner your paint, the farther that paint is going to travel on the tool. It's a matter of how much paint you put on the tool to begin with. If you find that it's not traveling as far as you'd like, that might be one of the issues. Now I'm going to show you something else here, okay? So this is what else I would do to create a longer line. So I'm just actually going to do this right here. So I know, right, that this is about as long of a line as I can get. Now, painting on ceramic is also going to dramatically increase the length of this line. If you're painting on stone or anything porous like wood or canvas, you're not going to get this to travel as far, okay? Now, if I wanted to, though, I could do a dot, dip, and another dot, dip, and another dot, dip, and another dot, and then I could, oops, let's make those a little bit bigger, but then I could start walking down here. Right? So you can extend this a little bit by doing dip, dot, dip, dot, dip, dot, dip, dot, and then start to walk from there, and that will help you get a longer line. Does that make sense, Kath? Yeah, so when you're painting on something porous like wood, it's not gonna, ceramic is always going to allow your paint to travel a little bit farther just because it's such a glossy, slippery surface, you know? The glossy surface is going to make a big difference. for that for sure. I'm going to just clean these off here, you guys, and then I am going to sign off for the night. I want to go and make sure that Audrey's got what she needs and Mom's got what she needs, and see if we can wind down the day. So I'm not going to be live tomorrow, but I will be live 8 p.m. Thursday on my Facebook page, and I will be back here on TikTok on Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern as well, and we'll keep working on this or whatever else I happen to have going at the time. Let me know if any other questions come up, you guys. Please don't hesitate to reach out. The easiest way to reach me is to reach out through Instagram and send me a message there. But if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I have, in all the links in my bio, there's a ton of resources. There's the link to join the Facebook group. There is a link to my YouTube channel. I have a whole playlist of free tutorials on there. And then, of course, there's the links to my website and the stuff that I have available, from hand-painted items to pictures of my art put on jigsaw puzzles, all that kinds of stuff. So, again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. And thank you so much for hanging out with me and choosing to spend your free time with me. I think the peacock colors are going to look really, really cool, eh, Nina? Good night, Barb. Oh, soul bonding question. Is it going to, it's going to be a weird one. Okay, I do need to sign off in the next minute or two though. But so if you can type it as quick as you possibly can for me. Soul bonding. Because I do need to sign off. Or we might have to wait and I might have to hear your story on another live. I'm so sorry. But let's see how fast you can type it. And we'll see from there. I'll take a quick drink. I'm still here, waiting. Merch, media merch. Thanks, Barb. I love you guys. Thank you again so much for choosing to come and spend time with me. I'm so glad when I hear that coming and hanging out and watching me paint and spending time with these incredible people is relaxing and therapeutic. I find it for me too, and I'm so grateful for you guys. All right, I am going to sign off. Soul bonding, if you have a question, please don't hesitate to reach out, and you can shoot me a message on Instagram, and I will do my absolute best to answer your questions, okay? I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, please. Bye-bye.